morning, good morning, good morning. This is Fireside Chat, Oceanside Chat number 11. What does that mean? That means the agenda this morning is all yours. What do you want to talk about this morning? So as you come on, you could tell me where do you live and what are you building, and then you could be so brave enough to pop a subject or a question in the comments. What do you want to talk about? So while you're thinking of what to say, if you're new to Daily Dose of Salt, every morning since the 2020 Great Pause, I have hiked Fisherman's Trail about sunrise. It's about 7 miles of trail that have been here for, I don't know, hundreds, maybe thousands of years. I'm trying to show you the trail here. You can see the trail. It's kind of just cleared out through the lava rocks. And we live right up on top of that knoll up there. So I just walked down to Fisherman's Trail. And then I hike. And every morning I stop somewhere along the way. Hey Susan, I've been thinking about you lately. I stop somewhere along the way and go live on this channel and talk to whoever wants to listen for 10 or 15 or 20 minutes. And I called it Daily Dose of Salt, so that perhaps that you could get, through my stories and my voice, you could get a fresh perspective on life, such that I get every morning from the fresh salt air. I was thinking about Susan, who lives right in the middle of the California fires, and you could probably use some fresh salt air about now, Susan. And I forget your husband's name, but he works in one of those towers way up on top of the Sierras, and I've been thinking about him. So remember what I asked you is tell me where you're from and tell me what you're building. And if you want to talk about something, drop that subject in here. So I see you're watching, but now you got to tell me where you're from and what are you building and what do you want to talk about. How about that? So while you're thinking of what to talk about, I'm going to talk just for a minute about self-responsibility. I was reminded of how powerful a distinction it is in my interview a couple of weeks ago of Jack Canfield from my Authentic Networker podcast. And if you haven't listened to the Jack Canfield or watched the Jack Canfield podcast, I encourage you to do that. It's right here on this channel. Just scroll back a week or so. I think it went live last Friday. And Jack Canfield's an interesting character, right? He's been teaching and coaching and writing personal development for 44 years. And he's the co-author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And as such, he has sold 500 million books. And so one of the things Jack and I talked about was self-responsibility. And I'm just going to throw this down while you guys are thinking of what you want to ask and what you want to talk about this morning. So how about halfway through September, we all do a gut check on self-responsibility. What does that mean? Well, it means, do you put the responsibility for your success and failure, for your action, for your procrastination, for your results, do you put the responsibility out there in the world, or do you put it right here on your shoulders? Do you blame other people for all the little things? Like, Kimmy and I are always like, where'd you put my keys? Right? Where'd you put my headset? Where'd you put my charger? So just notice by those questions that where the responsibility is for where the keys and the charger and the headset is not on us, it's on the other person. So just notice how you do that in your life with your family, with your business associates, and then just notice how you do it in general for what's going on in your life. So do you put the responsibility out there like it's the government's fault, or they won't let me, the marketplace won't let me, my prospects won't let me, my friends won't let me, politics won't let me, the economy won't let me, right? Whatever, right? It's all out there. And all the while, some of us are placing the responsibility out there on other people and other systems and the environment. Other people who take 100% responsibility, they put it right here on them. And when you put it right here on you, then you're empowered to do something about it. When you put it out there on other people, it throws you right into resignation, because you can't do anything about what other people are doing. You can't manage them. You can't coach them. You can't change them. And so when you put the responsibility other places, you go right into resignation and you curl up in a ball in the fetal position. And somebody who is 100% responsible has to come along and put Humpty Dumpty back together again. So while you're telling me where you're from and what you're building, and you're thinking of a question, that's what I'm talking about, is self-responsibility. So, anybody got a question? Anybody got a question about self-responsibility? Sayed Atifi, where are you from? Jamie Gonzalez, where are you from? Jan Voss and Lucy Jackson, where are you from? What are you building? I see a lot of new people on here this morning. That's very cool. Thank you for joining me. Where are you from? What are you building? All right, while you're working on that, self-responsibility. So, Jim Rohn may have put it the best, like the way he spoke about self-responsibility is he said, don't wish for things to be easier, wish for you and I to be better. Don't wish for more people to say yes. Don't wish for your journey to be easier. Wish for you and I to have better skills, to be more motivated, to have better persistence, better follow-up, a better mental game, right? So when you put the responsibility for your success or lack of success on you, then you're empowered to do something about it, right? So you can practice on your skills, you can read more, you can get a coach, you can go through a program, you can do whatever you need to do to get better. But when you wish for things to be easier, as Jim Rohn said, well, how does wishing for things to be easier change anything? Have you ever seen anything change because you wished it would change? The universe doesn't work that way. You can wish something's going to change all you want. But until you and I change, until you and I get better, until you and I change our perspective, nothing changes, right? So Jim Rohn, don't wish for things to be easier, wish you and I were better. And I don't know what's going on with Facebook this morning, but something's going on because I can see all these people watching, but I can't see that you all are making a comment. That's interesting. Maybe it's the new Facebook format. Maybe it's because I went live on the new format. I don't know. I'm going to go continue my hike. Thank you all for joining me. If the self-responsibility message struck a chord of truth and empowerment, share it. Share it with your team. Share it with your family. Share it with your friends. Richard Brooke, Daily Dose of Salt. I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, pretty much.